Hey everybody, it's Melissa Woods from Welcome to the Woods. So excited to be back on Hometalk Live again today to show you a really trendy bathroom storage idea using an old wooden ladder. So we have this old ladder over here that I got from my parents' farm, and I had to do a few steps ahead of time, but as you can see it's really weathered. It has like tons of paint drips on it and stuff, so it's old and authentic, which I love. To get that farmhouse style, I'm going to be using this half of the ladder. So what we did was I pre-painted it white, and I'll show you why in a little bit. But the ladder was constructed like this, okay? And I just used a hacksaw to chop this end off right there, okay? And hello, thanks for joining us, guys. Comment in where you're coming from. I'm from central Minnesota, and I'm showing you today a storage idea for your bathroom with a ladder. So what we did was we chopped off that half of the ladder, and then I just painted it white. Now there's one unique thing that I did to this paint job, and I'll show you here. I just put one coat on this because I wanted to have a white chippy paint look, but check this out. Look at how I can just rub the paint off. Do you want to know why? It's a secret I have to share with you. To get a white chippy paint look that is really indicative of that trendy farmhouse style, what you want to do is actually use Vaseline before you apply your paint. So I'll show you this technique right now. Go ahead and click share, you guys, because I'm about to share a really cool technique you'll want your friends to know about. Any piece of wood, any piece of furniture you're going to do, if you want that chippy paint look, you just apply petroleum jelly to the edges that you don't want the paint to adhere before you paint it. Okay, so what I did with my ladder is I just covered the edges in petroleum jelly like that. And you know, you can use a gloved finger or whatever if you don't like the filling of petroleum jelly. And then you just coat it with paint. And this is the paint I used. It's Clark and Kensington from Ace Hardware. And this color is like a vintage white, so it's called a touch of vanilla. It's supposed to have like kind of a little bit of yellowish color because, you know, you want it to look old and authentic. So see, you just cover over the petroleum jelly with paint. It mixes in your paint just a little bit, but it's really not a big deal.
And Melissa, you've got a lot of people just tuning in. Can you give people a recap of what you're doing?
Well, so I'm putting together this really cute idea for bathroom storage in a farmhouse style. And so I'm showing you right now how to get a white chippy paint look without any like difficult distressing. All we did was use petroleum jelly, and we put that on our piece of wood before we painted. And then the part where the petroleum jelly is, the paint won't adhere. So when it's dry, we'll be able to just rub it right off, which I'll be able to show you right now. So I'm going to use, this is our ladder that we're going to be using for storage, and you can see that where I put the petroleum jelly rubs right off, and you don't need to do anything beyond that. It's super easy. I'm just going to go over the pieces where the petroleum jelly was, and it's going to come off. See that? It just chips right off. Isn't that crazy? And I really like this trick because it's so much easier than like sanding, and it eliminates that problem that a lot of people have when they want to refinish old furniture. It's kind of, you know, it's something you have to be careful of with lead paint. And so using this strategy, you can just throw your paint on and you can get that distressed look with the Vaseline. I think it's really clever. Right here looks really perfect. And the amount of Vaseline that you add, the more chippy it's going to be. So you can just do it to your heart's desire. You know, you can make it less distressed, more distressed, whatever. So this paint I threw on yesterday. See, look at how that paint just comes right up. This paint I threw on yesterday, now that it's dry, we can do this process of distressing. Pretty cool, huh, you guys? Make sure you click share on this video if you like that tip, or if you've never heard of something like that. Where do people tune in from, honey?
All over the place. You got people tuning in from South Africa.
Wow.
Louisiana, West Virginia. I saw a couple people from Minnesota.
Oh, awesome.
And you got a bunch of people just tuning in. So you want to give them a recap of what you're doing?
Yeah. So you guys, we're using this old ladder to make bathroom storage, and at the end it's going to be so cute. Right now what we're doing is a chippy paint trick. So I covered the edges of my wooden ladder with petroleum jelly before I applied the paint. Now that the paint's dry, all I have to do is wipe the edges and the petroleum jelly comes right off. Paint chips right off. And you get that perfect white chippy paint look that's so indicative of that trendy farmhouse style.
And are you using a wet cloth right now?
No, it's just dry. Yeah, I'm just rubbing the corners where I want the paint to come off, just to find where I had applied that petroleum jelly. Super simple trick, you guys. Thank you for clicking share on this video. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that all of you who love that farmhouse style will save this and try this tactic with your white chippy paint projects. It's so easy, and like I said, it eliminates that worry of sanding lead paint. When you're working with old furniture and old items, like, you have to be, you know, careful of that. So this right here is like the, you know, whatever you call it, the little shelf on a ladder that comes down. And we're going to be using this as a shelf in our bathroom as well. So I applied to the corners here, I applied Vaseline, that's why it's chipping off. And we're just going to get this touched up, and then we're going to put it together in our bathroom storage. So what do you guys think? Comment in, what do you think some of the things that I'm going to be storing on this will be? What do you guys need to store in your bathroom? That would be really helpful for you to find like an extra place for it.
You got a lot of comments coming in from people who love this petroleum jelly idea.
Oh yeah, well thank you guys. Yeah, it's a really good trick, and like I said, it works awesome. Especially, you know, I'm gonna show it one more time, because you wanna apply a decent amount of jelly. So you can see all the little white paint chips now. But what you wanna do is you really wanna glob it on, and the more you add, the more paint will chip off. Okay, so you want to make sure it's okay if there's globs. If you rub it too thin, then it's not going to work as well. But as you can see now, once the paint has dried, look at this. Isn't that pretty? Okay, this is just perfect. This whole edge is chipping off. It looks really authentic. And like I said, the paint I used was like, it's called a touch of vanilla, and it's a white that has kind of a yellowish tint to it. So that it looks aged and it looks more authentic. So let's set this up over here. And for you just joining us as well, I'm going to show you what I did with this ladder is I just took this side. So it's the side of the wooden ladder that you don't step on, and used a hacksaw. See how that connected there once upon a time? The only other adjustment I had to do was I had to saw off these, because these were too long. When we lean this against the wall, we're going to want these not to protrude out, so I had to saw those a little bit shorter as well. Okay, so let's get started putting this together for bathroom storage. And then at the end, we'll put it in my bathroom, you guys will see. So thank you guys for joining us to make this farmhouse style bathroom storage. Be sure to click share if you're watching this video. So I think this is looking really cute. It has the chippy edges, and I just love how it's turning out so far. But what we're gonna do, the first thing is really simple. So the rungs of the ladder are gonna be where we hang our towels. And I have a cream colored towel here. I'm just gonna fold it over so that it fits. And this is gonna be perfect. I think this idea is like the right idea for a guest bathroom, because you can display one towel, a hand towel, and you can also display, you know, other like niceties that the person might need if they're gonna stay overnight at your house just one night. So I think this idea is absolutely perfect for the guest bath.
Yeah, you had people mentioning that they'd put towels, soaps, other toiletries.
Yeah, yeah. So so there's a little washcloth. Okay, and so that's, you know, if you had a part of the ladder, like if you wanted to use this side of the ladder, you could use every single rung if you tilted it a lot as like towel storage, but I wanted this storage to be a lot of different things. So I'm going to show you a few different options to store on here instead of just towels. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is add on one of the rungs down below, I'm going to add this. And this is a little, here, I'm gonna move this way a little bit so you have better lighting. This is just a little container that I have. I punched holes in the back with a nail and a hammer, and then I pre-drilled holes into this rung. So we're just gonna attach that on there. Hopefully it's strong enough for what I wanna put in there. Any guesses as to what I'm gonna put in there, you guys, for the bathroom? Oh, is this too big? It is too big. Hang on, babe. I gotta run and get my drill.
Okay, and for those of you just is creating a DIY storage for a guest bathroom, and right now.
Hey everybody, it's Belinda.